Hey, Rob. Kicking it? Kicking it? You just gotta kick it. I'm just kicking it here, you know what I'm saying? Look at that guy climbing out. He's climbing. You just be kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Where you at, Las Vegas? God must think the gas costs too much. I'm gonna go home and kick it. I'm good, I'm kicking it. I just delivered some smoke stuff to the lady at the gas station. That lady right there. I said, what's up? Know what I'm saying? I cook her all sorts of shit. Hey, Mark. I'm just kicking it, know what I'm saying? Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Jennifer. Party on! That's my girl. Fucking pump water well quit working. A pipe broke on it. Yeah, I say so what, man. It's not gonna keep me from kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Riders on the storm. Look at that beautiful sunset. It'll be just a couple short months when Stephanie and I are watching the sun go down together. We're just gonna be kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Just Stephanie. We're gonna be drinking margaritas with like record amount of alcohol in them. We're gonna fall back on the chairs and get stitches in our head. Won't even hurt. It's gonna be so great. Lucid Dreams is coming down. Mary's coming down. Jabo's coming down. Rita said she's coming. It's gonna be so great. We're just gonna be kicking it. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna be. I had that pickup truck, man. We'll be banging gears. Yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. No air conditioning. We'll be hauling ass, so I mean, we'll be kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Bimbo. Yeah, just Riders on the Storm. You should do a Riders on the Storm special, Jim Morrison. Doors would be a good one. There's so much weird shit connected to that. His death, the music, the short time they were around, really smart, accomplished guys in the band, and then you got one raging alcoholic druggie that makes the whole thing fly. It just could go on and on and on. Oh, she'll do it. Yeah, she'll do it. She's very amenable to stereo speakers. Excuse me. Excuse me. God damn. Oh, she'll do it. She sure will do it. I just had a guy come up to me. He said he knew that I liked antiques and stuff. And he said he knows where two real Indian burial grounds are. Can you believe that shit? I said to him, I said, you know, you can't be fucking around in there digging up stuff, you know. It's really a grave site. You wouldn't do that to white people. He said, no. I said, well, don't do it to the Indians either. See what I mean? These people, they think it's all right to go and dig up an Indian grave burial ground, Indian mound, and like, oh yeah, just look around. God damn. Isn't that crazy? That is the shitty system our school has done and the bullshit lies they've told about Thanksgiving and history. It's not right. Thank you. Come on, fucker, turn. This is downtown Crawfordville. You can see it's really happening. This is why I live here. I know it sounds strange, but it is. I want it like this. I don't want a Starbucks and a good steakhouse and a bar. I don't want anything like that. I want just blight and nothing and quiet. There's no trouble here because nobody's here. Yeah, it's just sad, man. It could be so disconnected. It's a burial ground. I'm gonna have sunsets like this. I'll stock up on the gummies. There'll be something here for everybody. Booze. You gotta smoke outside though. That's the only glitch. You gotta smoke outside. But other than that, that's the courthouse. That's where we're gonna be when they bust our party. Hey, now look at that. Looks like somebody's burning out to the west. See that? Maybe not, just odd cloud formations. Isn't that cool looking? Can't wait. We're gonna have some fucking fun. Tomorrow I think I'm gonna stay around because I just drove my ass off this weekend. It's supposed to be a nice day, and I'm reading this book on the gut that's really fascinating. This super beautiful woman that's a medical doctor wrote it. And I'm learning a lot about the small intestines, the large intestines, saliva, your appendix, the whole entire digestive process. How unbelievable. You know, if your small intestines didn't wind around like, spaghetti and have folds in it, they would need to be 60 miles long if you stretched it out. It's just so unbelievable how this shit works. Cats. Yeah, they have feral cats down here. Yeah, I feed all animals. I just left a dish out for this giant possum, hoping that he'll quit tearing the legs off my neighbor's chickens. I mean, he was born a possum. Motherfucker's hungry. Plus, he's like twice the size of most possums. So he needs a lot of food. I leave him out food, but shit, I guess it's not enough. He's still going over there eating chickens. I learned two things in the last couple days. One, that possums kill chickens. I didn't know that. And two, I didn't realize that sushi, all of it, is flash frozen. There's no such thing as fresh sushi that's never been frozen. Too many dangerous microbes. I did not know that. So crazy. Yeah, they eat chickens, yeah. No, I'm talking about if there weren't folds in them, they'd be 60 miles long. They'd be 60. Which ones? 30 miles long. That's crazy. I keep track of people's businesses here. I see some bullshit, I tell them about it. No, it's real. Saving Wonderful. Hey, Faye. Jury duty's cool. Jury duty's pretty fun. Yeah, that's true. This guy bought some of these school buses. He was going to convert them into campers. But then he got on a Facebook page, and number one, people don't want to work on school buses. It's a real problem. And he said every day that he went on the Facebook page, there was somebody somewhere that was stranded on their dream vacation, broken down on the side of the road that couldn't get it fixed. So he said, screw it. Hey, Drifter. I'm just fucking around. I took some smoked fish and pork and burnt ends to the lady at the gas station. I got a pack of Voodoo Ranger. And I'm just fucking off. I like just like driving around, looking at things. I know the guy that owns all this shit. Actually, it's the guy building my house. Oh, sashimi? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, just party down here. Let's take some gummies, Drifter. Blow out. We'll do Tai Chi when you come here. We'll like do, like martial arts moves. What the fuck is that? It's like an old satellite dish. The cops sit here a lot. $14. $14 out of 150. I bought another Mega Millions and a Powerball with a power play, a Jumbo Bucks, and one Fantasy 5. I'm in this for the long haul. I bought a whole pack of scratch off, $300, but I haven't scratched them off yet. I've found that when you buy the whole pack, you at least, most of the time, believe it or not, break even. No shit. $25 tickets. Hey, Mary. No. Gallon of milk? I'm not really sure. I get them once in a while, but I don't pay attention. I want to say $4.50. But then sometimes I've noticed it was cheap. Like a fucking quart's as much as a gallon. I think $2.59 if I was guessing. This is Saving Wonderful. I don't know what that is. That wasn't on that damn bus a week ago. It was something Baptist. Hey, Sharon. Yeah, just kicking it, you know what I'm saying? When you come down, I'll give you a smoking meat lesson. It's $1,000 an hour. I think you're going to enjoy it. You're going to learn so much. I'm going to show you how to ruin things, how to make them taste really good so you recognize the difference. I'm going to show you how to custom cook stuff for different palates. What a beautiful day today. Just perfect. I just turned 279. I'll do it. Where's that motherfucker at? You can't see it. I've been averaging good gas mileage lately. 18.2. I go through such crazy gas, it's ridiculous. Hey, Sharon. How you doing? Hey, Chris. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do it. Yeah. I'm going to do a male version that isn't gay. I think it'll have a nice, unique twist. The one that I just bought, or this one? Or this one? Yeah, I had a girlfriend in Britain, Michigan, back in 1975. The police chief used to live in that little greenhouse with the front porch, right on the front. That's it. That's all. Yeah, our pipe on our well from the ground broke, pushed out, and I went to turn the water on. There was none. So I cycled the breaker. Nothing. Yelled, "Oh fuck!" Nothing. Went out there and the water was gushing out. I saw where the break was, so I hit the breakers, turned off the water, and the guy's coming to fix it at noon. If I wasn't smoking, I'd have went to Home Depot, but I couldn't. I didn't have time to fuck with all of that. That's all the meat. Yeah, I got some meat. I got some more meat. I'm not going to be cooking it. Oh yeah, I got some candles. Yeah, yeah, I got them for Stephanie. She likes hot wax dripped on her. Yeah. You can tell I'm bored when I do this kind of shit. Oh, the truck I bought? I bought a I bought a 1970 shortbread Ford Ranger with a custom built 428 4-speed in it. Doesn't even look like it runs, but it, like is a rocket ship. 10 grand. Which engine's in that Ram? They've had problems with some of those. Actually, everybody's had problems with all these fucking Fords, especially with the 6.7 diesel turbo diesel. Their fuel pumps are making metal, and they're blaming on people for getting bad fuel, which is a fucking lie. There are two class action suits going on. I hope they really stick it up Ford's ass because they treated everybody like shit. It's a $6,800 repair, and it's their fault. No, no power to my new house. That's supposed to be happening every day, any day. You know that kind of shit. They what they do down here is it's third party. It's a company called Rail that works between the homeowner and the power company, and they're the most unorganized, stupid motherfuckers in the world. No, no power. I don't really care though. There's a few things that still need to be done. I'm like, no hurry. I wanted to move the beehive over there, but I don't want to move that hive on the porch because that's right where that temporary hooks up to the meter. I don't want those guys getting attacked by a bunch of pissed off bees. They'll be pissed off for about a month after they get moved. Yeah, his furnace went out. Uh-uh. Yeah, my sleep was. I got back on my sleep schedule a little bit better. 51 degrees here now. A temporary hookup. Power company brings in the temp. Oh, good for you. Yeah, I've been everywhere out west, a million times. I can tell you the good places to go. You know what you should do where you live? Just my opinion. I've done it about 20 times. Is cut up through Minnesota and head out on Route 2 through Duluth. Go up in the top of the states and go west to Glacier. Now, in 3 weeks, you're not going to be able to get in Glacier. You'll be too early. So it'll be a drag to drive that far and not be able to see the park. But that Route 2 that cuts across North Dakota and through Montana is absolutely fantastic. And I was talking to these young kids. I don't even like telling people I built a new house. I feel like guilty about it. Not really guilty, but just like these young people, they can't afford a new house. I don't even know how they're gonna. I don't even like bring it up. I just feel bad because I know what they're thinking. It's like, fuck. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I caught the tail end of the good old days. I mean, I feel bad for these people just paying up the ass for rent. Fuck. I remember thinking I was young, I'm never going to save up enough for a down payment on a house. It was just like you had a young life. You wanted to like do shit, travel, have motorcycles, take flying lessons, girlfriends, topless bars. Saving money was so boring when you were a young male. Just for a fucking house, man. I wanted to have some fucking fun. Hey, Amphalov. Yeah, it sucks, Chris. You can get away. Just vent. Just make sure you vent it. Uh, I don't know what your temperatures are out there. You're not worried about pipes freezing or anything, are you? Get a good electric blanket for the baby and your girlfriend. If it's like super cold and you're worried about pipes, you can get a good uh, heater someplace or a electrical heater. Yeah, I wasn't. I think I was about 30 when I bought my first house. It's like fuck. I can remember thinking back then, God damn man, how am I gonna afford this shit? Yeah, I don't. Well, I'll tell you what they're doing. The way they're making them, they're still not affordable. They give you a 50-year loan. You never pay it off. That's how. Instead of having a 30-year mortgage, you have one your whole goddamn life. That's what they're doing with cars now. Oh wow, crazy. It's just amazing the bullshit you have to go through now just to own your own home. I mean, it just sounds like a foreign country. Oh yeah, good for you. Oh good. Yeah, I mean this. It's so like crazy expensive now. Feel bad for people. That's why I tip a lot and like buy a lot of shit for people. So I feel like I want to help them out. Like the people that bought my house, I did help them out too. I gave them cash, paid their closing costs, gave them a bunch of furniture. And what else did I do? A bunch of shit. I gave them about, let's see, I saved them about 18 grand. Yeah, no, nothing's going to give. Yeah, a bubble's going to bust. Another depression. I mean, look what they get for these new junk cars. It's ridiculous. I'm not. That's one thing I don't spend money on cars. I only paid 8 grand for this, and I already put 40,000 miles on it. I'm let's see, 169 miles away from putting 40,000 on. I'll have it a year, March 7th. I paid more for this fucking around truck, 10 grand, than I paid for this one. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't have a car in Chicago for the first 3 years I lived there. I had to go on a trip. I'd rent when I used to rent these Lincoln Continentals, 220 a week, unlimited miles. I'd rent those motherfuckers for a month. It's like a grand, 900 bucks. I'd bring those fucking Lincolns back sometimes with 12,000 miles on them. They didn't bat an eye. And I'd call them while I was on the road. It's like, hey, you want me to get an oil change? It's like, nah, that's all right. Yeah, I didn't have to do that. I was just fucking around down there. So, but yeah, taking a bus and metro sucks. It seems like you'd have COVID the rest of your life if you had to do that. No, yeah, that's right. People can't feed their pets. That's another weird thing. Try and adopt a small dog. It's impossible. You go to these places, all there is like pit bulls and old Labrador retrievers and stuff like that. You don't see any small puppies. Yeah, it was fun, those Lincolns. Brand new Lincolns, man. It was great. Just fuck around. Brand new Lincoln. Just not give a shit about it. drive your ass off. They were nice too. Of course, by that time, like 98, not 98, 90. What year did I move to that fucking place? Yeah, 98. Yeah, 98. You know, they already were shrinking them down, but it was still a nice car. Way better than they are now. Yeah, they don't take care of them. No, I didn't hear about that, Chris. Yeah, well, hey, Stephanie. Yeah, I wish I mean, I like driving, so, I mean, but I could, not having a car sucks. But that's another major expense eating up young people's money now. Yeah, they do. Too much electronics. Oh, you're not kidding. That's one of Detroit's big problems. Public transportation sucks. You work, 13 miles away from a job that they're willing to hire you and you need to work, and it takes you 4 fucking hours to get to work, not counting maybe getting murdered waiting for it to show up. Great. What a life. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, good luck. Good luck getting 1 to 2 to 5 grand. You used to be able to. Alana's crazy. She's doing good. Yes, I did. Through text. No, email. She's doing great. This reminds me of like in Cold Blood. Like it's, like you're just out here and you just hear cars coming from like a long ways away. Just like one car. Yeah. Yeah, they were great. Yeah, it's weird how they haven't taken more advantage of the rail system. I don't get it. Hey, hippie chick. How you doing? You kicking it? Yeah, let's kick it. Just fucking around. I did a lot of reading today. There's my miles right there. Well, I got 19.1. That's good. Oh, yeah, we have good time here. I'll do a StreamYard if you guys want to do one later. Whatever is a good time for you. Be better. I'm reading a book on the digestive system, the gut, written by a German MD. It's really fascinating. No, I never check it. No, I depend on the idiot lights. I mean, the barbecue today, I did smoked salmon with hickory wood and glazed with brown sugar and maple dry rub. And the burnt ends, I did the same spices, same hickory wood, although I deep fried them to blacken them in olive oil and butter. Yeah, I did eat one. I usually don't eat the stuff that I cook, but I did eat a piece of the salmon tonight. And then I just went up and delivered. Everything I smoke I give away mainly, and I give it to this lady at the gas station. Yeah. Oh, super industry. Yeah, that's what they say, and they say that 25% of your mental state affects your gut. Fuck, no wonder my goddamn stomach hurts. And my gut's all fucked up. Something's wrong with it. I'm realizing now the more I read in this new place that I'm going, how shitty the medical care was in Michigan, even at U of M. I hate that fucking place. Really, just totally inept, incompetent fucking braggarts. Hey, Rita. Yeah, but you can't. You get lucky if you just do some probiotics or enzymes. I mean, there's a better way. I can't believe that no one told me to swallow this camera yet. Although they are going to do a biopsy. I hope they swallow that camera on the upper GI. I don't have a lower GI problem. Yeah. Yep, that's right. No, I didn't get the endoscopy yet. It didn't in the one I got a couple years ago. What a waste of fucking time. Plus, they gave me the worst advice ever. I had polyps the time before that, which they said get a colonoscopy every 5 years. And I went to this fucking jack off in Bay City. He said that there weren't any polyps. See you in 10 years, which, as it turns out, is wrong. Anybody that's ever had polyps, you still stick to the 5 years. So between that, no follow up, no biopsy, no fucking swallowing the camera, I say he's a jerk off. Yeah, do you have chronic diarrhea, Eli? Most people do with the gallbladder removed. I had a small kidney stone in the spot on my liver that they see in a lot of people. It's like no big deal. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, they looked around. Yep. Yeah, you have chronic diarrhea. Most people have chronic diarrhea with a gallbladder removed. Oh, okay. Yes, I am. Yeah, the fucking problem is I couldn't get in till the 29th of April. Now, the girl kind of mumbled I was on a cancellation list, but that doesn't seem to work too well down here. I don't know what I got wrong, but I'm reading this book, and I'm gonna even before then I'm supposed to take this pylori test where you like blow into these little jars and mail it, but I just haven't fucking felt like fucking with it. And I have a prescription too that I'm supposed to start, but evidently you're not supposed to take these pills before you take this test. And it's just when you're not feeling that great, you just say, oh fuck it. It's like dirty laundry. You got to give me a deadline if you want me to get anything done. Oh, I appreciate it, Troubles. There's a lot of good antioxidants in coffee. Today I drank 2 coffees. Yeah. Oh, wow. God, that's great. Yeah, those motherfuckers damn near finished me off. I say fuck U of M. If they saved my life and I lived till 87, I'd be pissed. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right, Rita. Yep. Chronic diarrhea. At least if I get chronic diarrhea or anybody gets it, you don't get it until you're older. I mean, can you imagine having chronic diarrhea in your early sexually active years? What fun. You just go out parking, you're drinking, having fun, and you just shit your pants. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be crazy. April Fool's Day, you could buy him some diapers. Yeah. No, I mean, so there is some sense to this stuff. If you don't get these things until you get older, it's huge. It's a big deal. And all you Christians out there, I think you should really have a moment of silence and pray for not having diarrhea when you were young in your sexually active years. Oh, what happened to her mom? Oh, sorry about that, hippie ship. Yeah, thank you, Drifter. You took the you took the words right out of my mouth. Now that autocorrect. Yeah. No, but Jennifer, he brings up a good point, which I'm always appreciative of. That's just Tourette syndrome acting up. Plumpkin. Oh, wow. Yeah. On the other hand, maybe that puts them at an advantage in case they live long enough to celebrate a 50-year golden wedding anniversary, because eventually it's going to happen. Oh, oh, airlifted. Hippie chick, did Daddy-O ever talk about the bill he got for that helicopter ride? I've never heard of it either. No, me either. I never heard of Blumpkin. Huh. I wonder if that's the golden years they're talking about. You live long enough and you're young and everything's great. And everybody's got a good body and loaded with hormones. And you get old and you're like changing your spouse's diapers. Is that a full life? Oh, you better believe it. Yeah, big time. Yeah, a lot of those vitamins you got to watch. Some of them aren't water soluble. And you don't know what you're taking when you're getting a vitamin. They're not regulated. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Sometimes they do. Yeah, I had some. I had some, supposedly. I'm not sure if it's just some polyps or it must be some because some polyps cause cancer. And I had them and I didn't get cancer. Maybe because they got them out of there. I just, it's just amazing that you can like go up there and snip them out and live longer. I mean, that is just, look at how the world and the crazy shit that happens because of humans. But then you look at stuff like that. I mean, if you're like animals don't live long enough to get a lot of that shit. No pun intended. Yeah, I had. Yeah, mushrooms, not much. For some reason, when Mary texts me stuff, her phone really like just makes some hilarious comments. They don't make any sense. I just laugh my fucking ass off. Yeah, it's not fun. No, nope, it's not fun. Yeah, she really does. Yeah, she does. She has the best typos. That's true. This doctor that wrote this book, it's called The Gut. She's a German physician. She is like one of the best looking women I've ever seen in my life. Just beautiful. I mean, I thought to myself, I bet the chance of butt fucking her is almost zero. Good looking sister too that did a lot of the graphics. Oh yeah, she's super pretty. Great sense of humor. Yeah, super peaceful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My psychiatrist will say, "Well, you read any good books like it?" It's like, "Yeah, I have." It's like, "Well, I'm reading this really attractive doctor that's wrote a book on the gut and talks about your digestive system and different kinds of bowel movements." And I just thought to myself, I bet she'd be impossible to butt fuck. Yeah. Yeah, they're into a lot of bestiality too. I don't know if she is, but I guarantee as knowledgeable she is about the digestive system. Well, who knows? I mean, I'm guessing. For all the that's maybe how it started. She could have really been into that, and it turned her on. And she thought, I'm going to try and make some money at this. It really interests me. She could be interested from an academic standpoint, and she could like it sexually. Hell, I don't know. I shouldn't make assumptions like that. Yeah. No, you're right about that, Impulov. Yeah. Yeah, he really is. He's a hero. Wouldn't you agree, Impulov, that he would be a hero? Hero? Yeah. 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 I think if you were into that, it put a lot of pressure on your dating relationship. I mean, I think it'd make, I don't know about you, but I think I'd be really reluctant to bring that up. No, thank you. Yeah, but it gets egged on by Infilove and Drifter. They've got a magical way of just opening up the floodgates of illicit thoughts. They're really not though. I'd thought about them before, even when they weren't on. It's not crazy. Yeah, boy talk, right? You wouldn't. You would if you were unhappy with your life and you just as soon be dead as alive. I think about that with Maddie sometimes. When I was fucking around down there doing those interviews, this actually happened twice. The roommate dies from a fentanyl overdose, and the person I know that's still alive is looking for the dealer to try to chase that high and was willing to take their chances. Yeah, it's boy talk. Yeah, you guys, that's not fair, you guys. In this day and age, it's not fair to just classify that as boy talk. It takes two to tango. Yeah, thank you. It takes two to tango. You're looking at it like as a dirty, filthy, disgusting thing where, there are a lot of nerve endings there. So even if you don't agree with it, it makes sense. Oh, there goes that Catholic hat on you again, Mark. See, just because you don't like things doesn't make them sick. It's in the normal repertoire of a lot of people. You can go on porn channels and they'll just have just like thousands of videos doing it. So you can't say that because there's a market for it. Mark's a true gentleman. He fucked two sisters at the same time in a tent up in Winnipeg. He did. You got to eat your own. And I'm not saying this is the case with you triples, but women are smart enough. They don't, they have this image they want you to buy into, and that's what you'll hint around about two women getting it on together. Oh, gross, anal sex. Oh, that's sick. You never really know. They could be super into it, but they don't want you thinking of them in a way that's really them. I'm not saying that's happening with you, but it does happen. Yeah. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I swear on my dead brother's grave. Come on, Mark. Where are you, motherfucker? Mark's thinking, oh, shit, man. This is going to make me look like the real fucking me. Where are you, motherfucker? Yeah. As a matter of fact, he boasts about it. He considers it a feather in his male cap. Oh, there we go. You were young. You were an adult. How old were you then? Long as we're talking about age. How old were you when that happened, Mark? Don't lie. No, that's true. That's the argument against alcohol and drugs, particularly marijuana. A developing brain. That's true. All right. Yeah, but you weren't. You. Yeah, but okay. You don't boast about it, but it wasn't anything we had to pry out of you either. I mean, what guy wouldn't want to do that? I mean, that's what porn is made out of, erotic stories. I mean, don't be backpedaling now. Yeah, I bet he's got a smile on his face from ear to ear right now. That's the kind of remorse I want to have. Hey, Jabo. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, come on now. What is this, French finishing school? Yeah, we tell it like it is, man. I guarantee you, if Drifter and I had a story like that, we'd brag and they'd probably never shut us up about it. Hey, Leah. Oh, good for you. Yeah, well, you should have tried them out at the same time. Well, no matter what you think about it, Mark, Drifter and I will be eternally jealous. There's nothing you can do to change the way we've put you on a pedestal. So great. Jabo's here now. You better start talking about good grammar. Leah, how you doing? Yeah, they did. Yeah. He blames it on being young. Fuck, you doing a fucking heartbeat today, Mark. Are you bullshitting? Oh, it sure was. Who is that who said that youth is wasted on the young? That is so true. Mark is a goddamn Canadian legend. I keep trying to get him to write a book. I mean, here he starts out with that story, and somehow, some way, he's managed to avoid marriage. No, it's bullshit. Yeah, but in a good kind of way. It's not too distracting. I mean, that I think it's great. I wish I did it every day. I wish I was doing it when I went home. It's so great. I don't know. Yeah, it's like that's kind of like a woman thing. This intimacy. I mean, I'm just not wired that way. I'd do it every fucking night if I could. And if I was banging two of them at the same time, I'd have a dragon's milk on two end tables, so I wouldn't tire out one hand. Speaking of that, when I was fucking around deep frying those burn ends, I've got some very sad news to tell you. I reached around not paying attention and burnt my jacking off hand. Yeah, I mean, it's got a blister on it. Yeah, spontaneous is good. Yeah, no shit, it hurt like a motherfucker. You know how usually you pinch your finger in a door? Hey, I was telling you about this the other night. This is so interesting. It's another book I bought, Euphemisms. So you go, and they're so common. I never really put two and two together until it was just spelled out to me. You go to the doctor's office, and they tell you you're going to take your blood or give you a shot or some shit like that. Anyway, it involves a needle. And they say this is going to be a little tingle, a pinch. I'm going to squeeze you. They don't tell you it's going to hurt like a motherfucker. And I never thought of that. I thought back my whole life that that's what was really going to happen. And it really kind of did. When they said it was just going to tingle, I didn't want to look like a pussy. So I didn't like jerk away. And it was just, what a way to use my mind like that. They did it to me the other day. And then I read this book and I thought, yeah, bullshit. It's like tingle or pressure. It's a fucking needle you're jamming into me, just like stepping on a nail. But they've been able to soft sell it to me. And they got my mind thinking, uh, you know, to just don't make a big deal out of this. It's excellent, brilliant. And there's so many things like that. A wee bit, just a smidgen. It won't hurt. No, well, it was on the inside of my middle finger. That's why it's a great observation. Good thing to point out though. It wasn't the end, like near the other side of the nail. No, it was right. I just happened to reach over. I didn't think it was there. I thought I was like grabbing something else. Yeah. Yeah, you can get carpal tunnel fixed. That's easy to fix. You can be genetically predisposed to that. One main cause of it is overhand vibrating tools. A lot of typists get it too. Well, you don't use a Phillips screwdriver that much, do you? So what? Oh, why would you have no pain meds? Why wouldn't you take pain meds for that? Yeah, I can imagine that. Wow. Wow, tingle. That's interesting though, isn't it? But there were so many things like this. They just never occurred to me like that. This is just going to be a pinch. It's like a pressure. The fuck you talking about? Hey, Rod. Why didn't you take? Yeah, I never really like connected the dots like that. I had a couple things happen like that to me in the last week. Thank God. I know more now. Ignorance is bliss. That's the road that I want to take. Really, I think you're so much better. I just see these dumb motherfuckers walking around here with a big cross, walking around talking about, God's going to take care of them. I think to myself, God, man, I wish I could dumb down that much. These fucking people just think that they're covered. Wow. I'd definitely get another doctor. That must have hurt like hell. Is there some reason for that? Like you must have checked some box, like you had a fucking reaction to propofol or twilight sedation or nitrous oxide. Oh, 20 years ago. Holy shit. Have you bounced back from it in any way? Or are there remnants of just a bad experience? Right, my enemy, yeah. Monotheism. Yeah, you got to use one of those like little like you have to if you're predisposed to it. I mean, there's people that never get it. That sheath. That it's I think it's a diameter issue, but I could be wrong. Oh, good, Mark Kropka, good. Yeah, it's pretty basically true, Rod. It's a good point. Yeah, right. Yeah, mylar sheath. Yeah, is that what it's called? Is it mylar? Myelinin? Myelinin? Yeah, you can. Yeah, I don't think it's that big a deal. Myelin. Yeah, you can get a bunch of there are bullshit ways about it. It's the same bullshit about like wearing a fucking copper bracelet to get rid of arthritis. Give me a fucking break. That may work with a fucking lunatic. It's like being a kid running around trying to put salt on a bird's tail to keep it from flying. Pylinodol cyst, huh? Thought you got where? What part of your butt was that on? You were embarrassed? Huh. Oh, I like that. Yeah, boy, you hide it well. You really do. A plus. Wow, that was painful. A pylinodol cyst. I don't know that I've ever heard of this. I know that ganglion cysts, like you'll see them on people's wrist, they take them out and they grow right back where they were before you had them surgically removed. Another thing, but for different reasons, is like moles on people's face. You'll see like people that are good looking, or even people that aren't good looking. They'll have a big mole on their face, and you think, why don't you get that taken off? Well, they don't because it's a roulette wheel of possibilities with regard to the pigmentation. It's the same reason they don't tell people to use TCA. They use it for skin peels without the approval of a doctor, and to never use 100%. I've used 100% a couple of times. Like right on my upper leg, like about 4 inches away from my nuts. I thought, shit, hardly anybody's going to see that. I want to get rid of that age spot. I poured that motherfucker on there. It chars the skin. The skin turns like black and then white. I mean, it doesn't take it all the way. Of course, I protected my nuts. It doesn't take it all the way, but it was better than it was before I put it on there. 100% TCA. I burnt that motherfucker right off of there. Either way, because a mole, yeah, either way, you never know what it's going to do to the pigment. I mean, you take off the mole and now you got a big white spot and you get tan, that kind of shit. Yeah. Oh, that's cool, Rod. That's awesome. Cool. It's acid. They use it for face peels and stuff like that. Take off blemishes, warts. I've noticed since for some reason that you wonder what the connection is. Since it's fucking COVID, you can only get the fucking 20% strength. It's not worth a fuck. I like the 100%. I wouldn't recommend to use that, on your face or anything like that. But up around those areas, who gives a fuck? A couple escorts may get a glimpse at them down the road, but other than that, trigger finger. Oh, really? That's interesting. Huh. I thought that trigger finger had to get released. I always thought that was a tendon, that trigger finger. Somebody else I knew had that trigger finger. Huh. Yeah, put that on mine too. Will you get that on mine too? Yeah. Can you imagine that? Just like, checking the wrong box, and you're thinking, man, if I get really fucked up, I don't want to be resuscitated, and and you check the wrong box. I mean, I've checked the wrong box on shit. I did it in that cancer clinic the other day. And she said, "Are you sure?" I checked like I was under 16 or some shit. She said, "I'm not making fun. This place is like constantly on high alert on hurting anybody's feels." She said, "Tom, I just want to go over things." She said, "I'm not trying to be funny here, but you checked you're under 16." I said, "Yeah, I fucked that up. Yeah, sorry." Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. So you got to be careful. But can you imagine just you check the wrong box when it comes to like resuscitation, and you check the wrong one, you're brought back and you're a vegetable. And the only thing you can do is like get a Stephen Hawking voice box off eBay used and try to explain without running out of breath what a big, huge, giant fucking mistake they made. I just hope I can get enough breath to say I will kill you if I ever get a gun. Good night, Jennifer. Good night. Good nighty night. Fuck yeah. Goddamn right. Fuck yeah. Seriously, man, that would be, here I know I'm capable of doing it. I think that about myself a lot now. I think like an old guy sitting in a coffee shop. That's me now. I drove 30 miles today because I found a coffee shop with a counter. I don't want to be fucking sitting. I don't like these chairs like your living room. I'm not even gonna have those in my house. Like these new Starbucks, these teak chairs and stuff. These stupid ass three chairs, and you sit down in a thing like you're at home. Fuck that. I'm trying to get the hell out of there. I like sitting on a stool up high with a thing I can put my foot on and my books and my notepad and stare out the windows, and nobody sits next to you when you're at a counter, which is even better. Yeah, I just hate like these new Starbucks. I can see why. They had to let people like counters. It'd be like going to a bar, no bar, just fucking tables with four chairs. What is wrong with you people? It is so weird, crazy. Well, I go crazy. I go crazy without the internet. I was thinking about that today. They talk the internet technology. Yeah, fuck that. I miss the big newspapers. I used to get the Sunday newspapers. Wherever I lived, I was in Michigan, I get the Detroit Free Press. Used to be like 5 inches thick. Detroit News, 4 inches thick. And then wherever I was, Ann Arbor, fucking West Branch, I get their paper too. Read them all. Just sit and drink coffee. Fuck. None of them are in business anymore. They still make them in Detroit, but it's like fucking 4 pages and $3 more. But I'd trade out. I mean, it's been a hell of a learning curve, but you can take all that printed shit, never bring it back. I'm on my phone constantly, and I'm glad that I am. I'm constantly looking up shit. I can look up bowel cancer, read about it, and then be watching porn within a minute. I mean, and you're bitching about this? I can track down old girlfriends, see what restaurants are open, see when the moon's coming up. Shit, this is great, man. Yeah, there's bullshit. I get a lot of spam, shit I don't like, but in the whole pie, it's like great. Yeah, well, they've done studies on this. I haven't read one in a long time, but they talk about the importance of Being able to go to a place and just have casual conversation, and bartenders fill that role perfectly. Or anywhere. We had doormen in Chicago, 24-hour doormen. They filled that purpose. Stuff like that. I'm sure it happens with Uber and all those things, talking to the driver. It's important. It's the difference between being a human being and like a ground mole. Yeah. No, I think it's mostly great. It's just loaded with information constantly. It's at your fingertips. Play music, watch videos. Fuck yeah, man. I mean, when somebody starts talking, they wish they could bring back the old days technology. It's like, yeah, well, speak for yourself. Oh, definitely positive. Fuck yeah. eBay, all that shit. Look at what we're doing now. What if we weren't like having a chat now? You'd be sitting watching some stupid shit on your fucking cable TV with 9,400 channels. You got a blister on your finger going through them. There's not one goddamn thing that interests you. And you fuck around, you read, and you dick around, you look at the clock. We're having a conversation here. And that's better than a lot of that bullshit you're stuck with without high-speed internet. Yeah. Oh, it'd be fucking terrible. That's the first fucking thing people ask when they like a lot of people. This is a big deal. Like if you go to rural areas, I don't give a fuck where they're at. And you get people that, are, are just normal. The first fucking you look at the property they get. First damn thing they ask is can you get high-speed internet? Give a fuck where it's at. Even here, I got a gigabyte and 256 upload speed. I mean, that's crazy. They run hospitals off those speeds. And I'm out in the middle of nowhere. It's like perfect. Good for you. Oh, wow. Yeah, you probably do. Well, you better believe it. Fuck yeah. It's just like you're doing those music things and all that stuff, Mark. I mean, how'd you like to just be getting the fucking. Like me, I have a problem with that down here when I'm driving. Buffering, it just fucking kills the chat. You're fucking talking, you're playing songs, and you're listening to fucking No More Mr. Nice Guy, Alice Cooper playing, then a fucking thing starts spinning. It's aggravating as hell, buffering. You get high-speed internet, you don't need to fucking worry about it. Yeah, there's a little glitch here and there, but overall, who gives a fuck? Right. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Yeah, me too. But we did it for years. Yeah, we did it for years. Just alone with your thoughts. I did that in Alaska, man. Almost 3 months by myself. Didn't see anybody the whole time. And I was already going fucking nuts by about the 10-day. You know that guy that died in that school bus? Yeah, I'd have ate that poison plant too if I could have fucking found one. I thought, man, I'm not going to be able to make this. This is just one major fucking huge fuck up. Yeah. Hey, just start thinking this crazy shit. Self-defeating behavior. And even all the good shit you got home, like all the good books, and it's not like having a conversation. At least I don't think it is. Which is why I'm having a conversation and not reading a fucking book. Potato seeds. Yeah, I mean, if we turn back the clock 40 years, I'd be probably gluing together some fucking paper airplane now. Just putting up with it. I hear one of those car alarms going off in the distance. The horn beeps. Yeah, me too. Fuck yeah. They're selling. They got a grant for $125,000 to redo that bus that guy died in. I'm not so sure that story's accurate. Why ruin a good story with facts? I mean, the world's loaded with them. But they got a helicopter to get the goddamn thing, and they took it back to Fairbanks. You can Google it. and they're refurbishing it. Fuck yeah. I didn't have much to start with when I got there, which is why I took the trip to begin with. I said, man, I am fucking, this is a big, huge mistake. You want to, I'll tell you how fucking stupid I could be sometimes. I do some really stupid shit. You ready for this? The whole time I was there, you know what I didn't bring with me? A first aid kit. Didn't even have a fucking first aid kit. I don't know. I just wasn't fucking thinking about it for some reason. I wasn't looking at it like, Survivor before those shows came out. I was just looking at it like, yeah, just be careful, fucking bears all over the goddamn place. Don't be stupid shit, climbing up in trees, fucking mountains. Don't be going swimming with nobody around. What the fuck do I need a first aid kit for? No. Yeah, no, I didn't even take a first aid kit. I mean, part of the thinking was I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck good's a goddamn Band-Aid and Mercurochrome gonna do if I really fuck myself up? Yeah. Yeah, I fucking goddamn near went crazy. I met that grizzly man, Timothy Treadwell. I met him. There's only two guys that fly around out of Kodiak, and he was at the airport same time I was. None of that shit had happened then, and he had already been going up there for quite a while. Just talked to him for about 5 minutes. There was like nobody there, just me and him. Yeah, yeah, and I didn't realize that was him, of course, until he got killed. And they made a big deal about it. He was a nice guy. Yeah, I could have probably done some kind of shit. Thankfully, nothing happened, except going fucking crazy. Yeah, this being that isolated and not seeing anybody and finding yourself, at least in my case, it was a fucking myth. That guy probably was up there just like I was. It's like, got his little pocket dictionary or his reference book on poisonous plants in Alaska. Probably was looking for a poisonous plant to eat for the last month. He thought, here's one of these motherfuckers. Let me eat two of them. I think that audio is real. They say it's not, but I think it's real because when it first came out, and it was real, and then it kind of went away, and then they started running these clips, like girl that was friends with him, saying that it was in her possession, and they did that one weird movie where they had that stupid mortician or what the fuck was he, embalmer or goddamn, what do they call those guys? Medical examiner. I mean, that almost seemed fake. And that Werner Herzog, I think he just died. What a fucking asshole. The guy that did that documentary. I think that was the real audio. I do. And they just tried to make it look like it couldn't have been. I don't believe it. Now, this is before this artificial intelligence shit. Jabo, I sent Jabo a thing tonight of Donald Trump, like, singing When You're Strange with a black wig on, like Jim Morrison. And if you would have, if there wasn't any artificial intelligence around, and you just showed it to someone back then, you would swear to God it was Donald Trump, like under drugs or something. Voice was dead on. I think it was real. I think that was him getting eaten alive. No, I don't know. I think he died, didn't he? Herzog? What? I can't stand that fucking guy. It seemed like I read something. There's some book out now. It was in the new books, that come to Barnes and Noble, and it was on him. And I thought it was because he wasn't around any longer. Oh, he is still thinking. Yeah, he could be. Yeah, he could be. No, you can't do anything, and it dehydrates you. Yeah, you'll die of dehydration. especially like if you're in like a warm environment. Huh. Crazy. What a way to go. Eaten alive by a grizzly bear. And that sounded just like her, too, the girlfriend, because she talked on a couple of his clips. I say it was him. Wow. What a way to go. It's nuts. Yeah, I never had anything that. What's that, Kiki? The guy that got eaten alive? Yeah, I think it's a real audio clip, too. I do. Go listen to that Timothy Treadwell audio getting eaten alive by bears. Listen to a couple of them. You'll be able to tell which one's real. Oh, good for you. Oh, yeah, Timothy Treadwell. Yeah. It's an interesting story. I mean, that motherfucker. I mean, I mean, I don't know. I don't like second guess crazy. What's crazy? Motherfucker loved bears and shit, and was up there trying to. He had good intentions, and just like they said he would, he got eaten alive. But he wasn't a bad guy. Just kind of an eccentric, good guy. You know, he broke a lot of rules. They were fucking with him full time up there, though. I mean, he was always getting busted for like, he had a generator with him, which you're not supposed to have up there for charging his camera batteries. Big fucking deal. There's people up there, digging gold illegally and catching too much fish, and they're fucking around with him because he had a generator. Just write him the fucking ticket, pay the fine, get lost. Yeah, we'd have never got any of that great shit. I mean, I don't really mind. It's not like he was put a generator out there and was changing the oil and going and fucking, dumping it in the fucking Paracoff Bay. Yeah, he fucked up. It's like a speeding ticket, and he paid his debt to society and fuck him. Kiki, if you're sensitive to like you get bad dreams and shit, I wouldn't listen to it. It's really blood curdling. When that bear's biting down on him, he said it's trying to kill me. It's eating him or something like that. And the girlfriend screamed to hit him with the frying pan. The bear with the frying pan. And since they were both eaten alive, didn't do much good. Yeah, I have. Yeah, yep. I got some pictures of bears. The way that the bear viewing works in Alaska is you go pay somebody. And you get in this airplane, you fly around, you find the bears, and they see them, and you land the airplane, you get out, and you walk up like close to them, believe it or not. I got pictures of fucking bears with babies 25 feet away. I thought I was going to have a fucking heart attack. The guy I hired, it's 6 people that fit in the plane, or 8. I forget. It was a Beaver airplane. There's 2 guys in Kodiak. The guy that Timothy Treadwell had, and the guy that I used. Roland something. Roland. It's expensive, too. It's a lot. But that's the only way you're going to do it. There's people that live in Alaska never saw a fucking bear. Oh, I think it is, too. Worst way to go. Yeah, no, you're right. Fly swatter. God, what a way to go is right. Yeah, these fucking cubs, I was 20. I got pictures of it. I thought I was going to have a fucking heart attack. You know what scared me the most? Is Joe is this guy's girlfriend. She's still with him. They're still up there. I did that in probably 2000. Is I thought that I had this dummy that, I had a neighbor like that did the Spanish version of Tarzan that had these lions and leopards and all sorts of fucking shit just running around his house. He didn't have any furniture, just foam rubber. He'd sleep with these things. I was over there one day and a big old fucking lion came out. No shit, a full grown fucking lion. Thing comes up to me, he starts like smelling my balls. And then Steve came over. Steve Sipek, look him up, Sipek. He died here not too long ago. He comes over and tells Bobo or whatever his fucking name was to uh, quit fucking with me. And Bobo's like getting kind of aggressive, and he gets this like big wooden like club, real long, and like pried Bobo away from me. And thank God he didn't kill me, but I thought he was going to kill me. What was I going to say? What was my point on this? It was something like that. Oh, on the bear tour. And this lady, these bear tours, they depend on like ratings and all that shit. And I just remember thinking that I thought this lady was trying to show us how she had this like bond with these fucking grizzly bears that would eat you goddamn alive, and that she was going to give us our money's worth. And I remember thinking she was really stupid and didn't know what she was doing, and it was going to get one of us killed. That's what really scared me. Yeah, she wasn't really like the Disney thing. It was just somebody that, Miss Alaska, live on a fucking pine seed for 60 days and shit, and get water out of a fucking goddamn year-old carrot and all that kind of bullshit that goes along with survival. And like she thought just because we weren't charging at the fucking thing trying to pick up one of the cubs that everything was going to be all right. And that's not the vibe I got. I was scared to death. Really, I think if it had went on another 30 seconds, I was thinking of just bolting off, running. Fuck it. Oh, I believe that. Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. And that may not have been true. And she's still alive, and that was 25 years ago, and they've been doing it quite a while before I got there. That was just me not knowing anything. And, any book you pick up about being around grizzly bears, it's exactly what they tell you not to do. Stay the fuck away from these goddamn things, especially if they got babies. We're like 25 feet from them. And they were like, the ma didn't seem to give a fuck. But the babies are like standing up, like smelling. Yeah, it scared the holy hell out of me. Yeah, I was going to say, fuck it, man. At least that motherfucker'd have to run to kill me. I wasn't going to just sit there and let him eat me. Yeah, it scared the holy hell out of me. And there were other people, and I had a big kick-ass camera lens with me, like a really big one. It was like, they've gotten cheaper over the years. That one you see me use now. It's not that great of a lens, like $1,600. It's like it looks like one of the ones you'd have like on the side of like a pro basketball game. Yeah, those are like 30,000. The whole value in a camera lens is its ability to collect light. And on mine, I'm limited. It's got to be a bright, sunny day. When you're inside, you don't have one, which is why you need a $30,000 one instead of a $1,600 one. But in Alaska, when I was there, it's cloudy there most of the time. It was actually a bright, sunny day. I couldn't have had a better day. And I'm taking these pictures of these fucking bears. And these people came up to me later. Everybody pretty much from the airplane wanted to know if they could buy any. It's like, buy any? Fuck, I'll send them to you, man. And I did. I sent them all. Anybody that asked, I sent them. I got copies of the photos. Or did I have the negatives copied? One or the other. And I sent them. One family was in Switzerland. They sent me this big old thing of Swiss chocolates and thanked me and said that they thought that the photographs are just unbelievable. But it's because I had like this lens and I just happened to have a nice day. And, they had like pocket cameras and shit. I mean, I was, some of the times it's almost like I needed to back up. I was too close to these fucking things. No, no, they're not. Nope. Back then, Bush changed that law, but back then, you couldn't be armed. See, now although that wasn't part of federal park there. That wasn't that Katmai where you see, the world famous pictures of them picking the salmon out of the air, and there's a bunch of them, like the one Tribble saw sitting next to a fisherman. But Alaska's weird about shit like that. You can carry guns like in some ways, but I forgot to be honest with you. But they didn't want you having them, where you'd be using them for protection against bears, some shit like that. I'm not sure. Yeah. No. I mean, you need a fucking bazooka. As soon as that bear got close with those cubs, my first thought was, this looks like a honest, real, living dinosaur. They were so fucking huge. I mean, their head is like their head is like a time and a half bigger than a 55-gallon drum. They're fucking huge. I mean, just giant, like stand up, like 9 feet or 11 feet tall or some shit. I mean, when they're walking in the mud, it looks like 20 gallons of water fill up a paw print. They're so huge. Yeah, it scared the holy hell out of me. Really did. And up in that Katmai National Park, that's a lottery system. Actually, you have to like do a lottery to go there. And those fucking bear, I mean, they're there to eat those salmon, and they're just eating salmon up the ass. They don't give a shit about attacking people. I mean, there's a plenty. The big problem with those is getting around an area where there's no food and the bears are there. That's when you need to worry. But when food's plentiful, they don't give a fuck. They don't even hardly look at the. They're so busy just gorging on these protein-rich fresh salmon. That's the last thing I want to bite into is some slob that's retired that went up there to view them. Probably spit them out. Yeah, they're weird about that up there, man. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me like you'd get in major trouble for shooting a bear up there, even if you were protecting yourself. And they're weird. South Carolina like that. Hilton Head, they're like that with alligators. They're weird about that, man. You fuck around those alligators, you'll get a $500 ticket for like getting too close to them and shit. Because not that they give a fuck about you getting eaten alive, but because you're disturbing them. They consider it animal harassment, which is probably true. They're doing this now a lot in Yellowstone. Go on YouTube and look at all the people fucking with these buffalo. Yeah. But all white tigers are interbred, brother and sister. I went to Siegfried and Roy's thing in Las Vegas. Just happened. I didn't even want to go. We went out there. I had a PI buddy of mine got charged with like 8 felonies. And he thought he was going to have to go to prison. And we went out there with him and his wife. We went and saw. I didn't want to go, but they wanted to go. That was the biggest act in Las Vegas. Here's something funny about that. Here you go into a place like where odds are calculated constantly, Las Vegas. And here the number one act in Las Vegas just printed fucking money. It was hard to get tickets for that damn thing, even back then. Here you got all that going on, and guess what? The show was not insured. No insurance, which you could have got easily. All those trapeze artists and wire walkers and all that shit got it. Loss of business, no insurance. Yeah. And then they tried to, run interference, I think. Was it Siegfried? Wasn't it Roy that got killed? Uh, they tried to say the tiger was protecting him. Fuck. Yeah, chimps, they'll tear your fucking arms off. Yeah. Yeah. That was the last time Roy was ever able to suck a cock. And Siegfried's butt healed. He's dead now, too. I've been to a couple of those shows, including that one. They always seem like they're going to attack your ass, but I just thought that was part of the hype. They're on YouTube. All these different kind of cats. They, say hi, Johnny or whatever your name is, and they hiss like they're going to attack even when they're in a good mood. He did. He did survive, but he was never able to suck a cock again. But they're both dead now. I mean, you talk about damages. Yeah, I gave away some Elvis tickets. Yeah, it wasn't any big deal. I mean, I didn't really give a fuck about it, to tell you the truth. Of course, I was glad I went after that thing. It wasn't. I didn't really. It wasn't that great, to tell you the truth. It was who was like. How could I give you an example? It was like. It was kind of like Liberace, only fuck 'em with tigers. I mean, it was just a couple flamers, super fucking gay. I couldn't help but thinking to myself they were butt fucking these tigers. Because the tigers all seemed really jittery and like on edge, but I thought that was part of the act. You know, Siegfried came out and slipped on some KY jelly. Yeah, I did. That would have been about 1975. Yeah, I thought I was too cool to go see him. I gave away Pink Floyd tickets too because I thought they were just a bunch of druggies. Yeah. Good thing I'm not going to Harvard or Yale. I'd probably be kicked out of school for making fun of a tragedy. Yeah, getting kicked out of Harvard, I made some very derogatory and negative comments about two active homosexuals that are no longer around. Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, they'll tear. There's fucking things do it. Yeah. I'll tell you, there's a cute video on YouTube. It shows these apes, gorillas, wherever the fuck they are. They all look alike to me. No joke intended. But anyway, these big ass fucking things. They say if they could bench press 4,000 pounds and do all sorts of crazy shit. Fucking drop kick a fucking dump truck across the football field. All this fucking shit. And here these big like ass kicking fucking super strong silverback gorillas or whatever the fuck they were. They're sitting around and it starts to rain and they're trying to like stay close to the wall. Look it on YouTube. It's cute, really. They're trying to stay close to the wall as it starts to rain because it's cold rain, and they're making all the faces and shit that people do, trying not to get wet. Look it up. Gorillas don't like rain. It's cute. Oh no, it's like crazy strength. Crazy strength. Oh, he was. I didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah, but they did. They had all the experts that said that even though he was like, he wasn't really protecting the boy. He was like touching him. But all those experts could be bullshit too. You don't know what to believe. They knew what was coming next, and it wasn't worth the risk. Yeah, it was sad. I mean, where's the fucking parents? How's a fucking kid get in a goddamn gorilla enclosure? Will somebody explain this to me? I mean, a fucking adult would have a hard time getting in there. I just don't understand. I mean, how do you build a fucking gorilla enclosure and fucking 3-year-olds are falling to the bottom of it? Well, does anybody know? I mean, this is fucking nuts. Either you got a fucked up designer, bad parents, both. I mean, fucking Houdini shouldn't be able to get into that goddamn thing. I'll tell you what else is cool. When you see these tigers and all this shit, there's videos on that too. Some fucker be throwing bottles at them or fucking oranges or something. That motherfucker gets out of that cage, there'll be fucking 3,000 people there. He'll start chewing on the one that threw the thing at him. Wow. Oh, wow. They'll tear your fucking arms off you too, orangutans. There's some good videos on YouTube too where people showing a orangutan a cell phone and the damn fucking orangutans pointing trying to get him to change the pictures, to move to the next one. Crazy. Nuts, man. Yeah, I didn't know he did any of that kind of shit. They got ones too where people go on these safaris and these apes and shit walk right next to them, touch their hair and stuff. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, those Komodo. There's that one famous actress. I think it was Kim Basinger, maybe. One of those famous actresses. One of those Komodo dragons almost bit off her husband's foot. Yeah. Komodo dragon. Crazy, man. I don't think any of that shit's to be in cages. I really don't. The days of like having zoos to show people and teach them about conservation's fucking over. There's a zillion fucking videos about everything. They've pretty much eliminated elephants in captivity and killer whales. Hey, we got a nice full moon. It's not full, but it's close to it coming up. Really beautiful. Hey, you got any pictures of that? You got any pictures of that, Tribbles? That's a good question. Yeah, I mean, this shit shouldn't be in cages. I don't even want to like have aquarium because of this. I bred birds. None of that shit, man. They need to roam and stuff. It's not right. Who knows what goes on? It's just not right. Yeah, African safaris, yeah. There was a couple lesbians in, mostly lesbians worked at Lion Country Safari down where I lived in Florida. And one lesbian, she, was thinking about her lover and if they could find their double dildo, and got distracted and left the fucking trap door open when she was feeding these fucking things, and he came out and fucking bit into her big ass. I mean, she lost major blood and stuff like that. And I ran into the dyke girlfriend. She was telling me about it and getting all teary-eyed and shit. I mean, it was tragedy. It was bad, but note to self, do not worry about large dildos when you're feeding dangerous animals. And you may say to yourself, what in the hell does lesbians have to do with getting attacked by a lion? Nothing. Yeah. She was very upset about it, though. Very upset. Her lover almost. She figured she wouldn't be able to get anybody to go down on her for at least 2 or 3 years. Hey, do you guys want to do a StreamYard later? Or you had enough already? I'll do one if you want to. Wish some of you fuckers would come up, though. Just come on up in the chat. You don't need to show your face. Big fucking deal. I show mine. I mean, it doesn't get any worse than that. Be a bunch of pussies. I don't know what we're afraid of. You can just talk like we're doing now. You don't need to type. You know? Yeah, beautiful moon tonight. Really gorgeous. Hey, 9 o'clock. I'm going to have a